Buongiorno, welcome to another episode of La Cucina di Roberto. I am, of course, your host, Roberto, and I'm still here. I hope to be here for another 20 years, telling you what to eat, how to live your life. Anyway, that's what we do as doctors. You know, I tell people this, a doctor should be a positive role model in your life. So somebody you could trust, somebody you look up to, someone who takes care of themselves, and they teach this to their patients, and the patient should look up to them. So I have an excellent group of patients. I'm very happy with them, and I always thank them for their trust and their loyalty. So what do you do with your life? So really, this is what I always wanted to do. I always wanted my own practice. I had nice patients, take care of them. A lot of them are older. They're from a different generation, you know, that traditional generation that I grew up with. So make something out of your life. My father would tell me, don't waste your life. So I hope we accomplish something here. What's our whole program about? Why do we even do this? Because, you know, we don't get paid for this. We fund this ourselves. This is really to get this message out there that you have to take care of yourself, and it's your own responsibility. You could have insurance, but insurance company's not going to come help you. You have to learn to do these things yourself, and that's what this program is about. It's like self-help program. And it all starts with the food. The food should be simple, nutritious, and delicious. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. The other thing is you should be exercising every day. And I say exercise, I mean just like walking a mile, doing some light weights, maybe some calisthenics at home. Also, you have to watch environmental toxins. That's on your food. When I say environmental toxins, I'm talking about the pesticides on your food. I'm talking about PCBs, dioxin, which is in fish, it's in meat. Basically, the oceans are polluted. So if you're eating food out of the ocean, that pollution is going to get into. Whether it's a toxic chemical or microscopic plastic particles, it gets into the fish, it's not good. The only fish I really eat now is Pacific, wild-caught salmon, and I think it's pretty good, so I usually have it at least once a week. It has the good kind of fats in it, the omega-3s, which are good for our brain and good for our health. The other thing is you got to get adequate rest. So that means you have to sleep every night. You should be getting 7 to 8 hours sleep. You know, just imagine, you know, when you're in college or you're studying for exams in high school, you're not getting enough sleep. You're not functioning 100% that morning. You're staying up all night studying, drinking coffee. The brain's not functioning. And that's a simple example of why you need sleep all the time. You just don't function without enough sleep. The brain needs to recover, to process all the neurochemicals, and it needs to rest. So rest is important. And the last, of course, is somehow controlling your stress. How can you control your stress? Well, I tell people the most hostile environment is a subway in New York City. Usually it's either very hot or very cold. It's crowded. It's not clean. It smells bad. There's lights on. It's moving. And yet some people can sleep in the subway. So I think that's an example of what our lives are like now. You have to learn to be able to exist, stay calm in this very hostile world that's out there, because they're always coming after you. I mean, everybody has to work. It's so hard to just maintain a job. Everybody's under tremendous pressure. Even us doctors have a lot of pressure now. Okay, that's enough of my lecture. Let's get on with today's food. What do I actually eat every day? Well, we do that. I showed you before in that one show, I have my eggs in the morning, and then for lunch, I bring lunch to work with me every day. I eat it in the office. I share it with my staff. I always ask them, girls, would you like some? So our basic proteins is always our chicken. Of course, it's a plastic chicken. We eat organic chicken. We eat our healthy eggs. These are pasture-raised, which means the eggs, chickens are out to freely roam around in a field and eat what they normally eat, which would be, you know, little bugs, little whatever in the ground. Let's put these little chickens here. That's your basic protein. I say also do eat some wild-caught Pacific salmon when I can get it, when I'm in the mood. Healthy fats. We have our avocado. We have our beautiful olive oil here. This comes from Tuscany. And also we have coconut oil. We have our coconut milk yogurt we're going to do in a scene soon. So today what I'm going to do is give you an actual view of what I have for lunch every day. So I make chicken at home. I usually cook it myself. I get a chicken breast. I chop it up. I've done this in another show. We hammer it out so it's very tender. I cook it with a little bit of olive oil, maybe a little bit of a gluten-free flour. I have enough for at least 3 days, so there's enough food for me to eat at all times. I'm never looking for something to eat. We're going to bring it out right now, so we have some. This is a typical day at work for Roberto. As I say, I share with my staff. If you share your food, then they're going to respect you. It shows that you care about them. So we'll take a nice piece out. This we made, just made it last night, and I shared some with my daughter, and she loved it. Put it in a nice container. These containers are all glass. They're much safer. You don't want your food in a lot of plastic or... What else do we have with this? We always have some avocado. I have some avocado ready here. As I say, we always clean this. Very low on pesticides, avocado, so it's something really good to eat. So I'll spoon some out like that. You know, sometimes what I'll do is I'll slice some up and I'll give it to my staff. I'll bring it out to them, a little bit of avocado with a little bit of chicken and maybe a little bit of mustard on it if they like it. We're going to slice up our avocado like this. So there's little bite-sized pieces. We are going to cut up our little pieces of chicken. I'll make them in small pieces, so if I have a little piece, it won't take an hour to chew it. That's another thing. You got to chew your food. Eat slowly and chew the food. Give yourself a few minutes to eat. The other rules about food are eat your food during the day. Most of your food should be eaten before 6 o'clock at night. Don't eat anything after 8. Go to bed by 10. Eat healthy food. We talked about clean food. We talked about the avocados, the organic chickens, the pasture-raised eggs, and of course our fruits and our vegetables. Eat those with low pesticides, and we talked about that before. And I always give our patients a list of the foods with the highest and the lowest pesticides. Avocado is very low, papaya is low, mango is low, and things like tomatoes are high, apples are high, so we avoid them. We have our standard mustard here. Boy, if we get some sponsors on our show, that would be great too. We're going to put a little mustard on the side of the plate there. Since we have no sponsors, I could say and do whatever I want. And since my wife's not listening, I can make all the jokes about her mother that I want. Anyway, I put pepper on it. This is our standard pepper. It has allspice and coriander in it. So what does it look like when you're done? Basically, that's the lunch. Does it look like much? It's very simple. There's avocado, there's chicken, and your lean proteins and your healthy fats. So I'll take a little bit and I'll give it to my girls. I'll take a little bit of chicken. I'll take a little bit of avocado. I'll take a little bit of pepper, and I'll bring it out to them on a plate. And I'll say, girls, would you like some? Oh, of course, doctor, we'd love some. Delicious. Well, the mustard's a little bit salty. That gives it a nice flavor, and it gives a little spark to it. The pepper I love. And share food, cook good food, share it with your family, share it with your friends. You eat like this, you're going to live a healthy life. And I say eat the same food all the time because your body gets used to it. Eat healthy food, eat it consistently, and you're going to stay healthy, and you will lose weight. This is not a weight loss program, but you will lose weight with this program. How do I know? Because it works for me, and I wasn't even trying. So I'm down to an ideal weight. You could also put a little bit of fresh lemon on that before you eat it. That brings it, makes it alive, makes it taste delicious. Fresh, everything's clean here. Listen, this is my lunch every day. This is the real stuff. This is what you should eat. I think you should try it. The only thing about the avocado, high in potassium, and it has vitamin K in it. So if you're on Coumadin or you have kidney problems, you have to watch the potassium. Other than that, that's today's show. What else can I say? My kids like it. I like it. My staff likes it. It's easy to make. Learn to cook your own food. It takes about 5 minutes to prepare this at home. Have your chicken. You got enough ready for 3 or 4 days. You don't need anything else. Get used to eating the same thing. It's delicious, it's nutritious, and it's very easy to make. Simple, nutritious, and delicious. Period. That's it. I don't have anything else to say today. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and I hope you'll try this at home. Give it a shot and let us know. Bye-bye.